The Last Epoch devs released a preview of 5 uniques we can expect in the new patch, which drops March 18th, and I wanted to quickly have a look at these. There will be more uniques, but those are a secret still. You'll have to discover them yourself by playing the game. Into the 5 ones that we do have, starting with the Chronicles of the Damned, a leveling unique at first. It is a low-level catalyst which aims to synergize wandering spirits and hungering souls, especially the 10 ward gained each second per active wandering spirit. That stuff adds up because you can specialize wandering spirits into getting more of them and them lasting longer. This is a very significant ward generator on its own, just using a single skill, which you can easily fit into plenty of acolyte builds. The other lines could be useful if you go a necrotic dot route with Damned dealing 25 damage over 3 seconds. That's not much, but you can stack it and scale it. It gets primarily interesting if you find this unique with a lot of legendary potential, which can definitely happen as this is a low-level unique, because those have a much higher chance to have legendary potential on them when they drop. Adding some other great stats on this unique and turning it into a legendary makes this a very potent item, a great ward generator and something that could be viable in many builds. Then, Harthenon's Vow, another low-level unique. To me, this is clearly a leveling item. 25 base damage implicit plus another 22 melee damage makes 47 base damage, which is a lot at level 5. Otherwise, this has no real use in my opinion, because this doesn't scale into endgame, and even a legendary version cannot compete with actual endgame two-handed weapons in terms of damage. You will probably throw this away around level 30 or 40 or so, but until then it should be smooth sailing throughout the campaign. Up next, Singularity. It is an unique idol with some severe downsides. First of all, you can only equip one, hence the name I suppose, although Singularity is typically used in astrophysics, indicating that a black hole has a singular infinite point of intense gravity at the center of the black hole. The gravity at that point is so strong that light can't even escape its gravitational pull. Hence the name black hole. It hasn't got much to do with being unique or only allowing one. You can have many singularities existing also next to each other despite the name. It is still fitting to some extent, as black holes are seen in Last Epoch as well, bending space and time. The item itself then, it is interesting to say the least. If you somehow find a build that hits, doesn't crit and doesn't scale crit multipliers. Most hit builds want to scale crit because of the scaling of crit multipliers, which are more damage multipliers, like this idol is. If you can scale crit, you should always take that over a 12% more damage increase, as crit scaling will yield much better results. But let's say you use a build with a skill tree that disables crits in favor of more damage or targeted abilities, like the static collapse node in Glacier, which disables crits but lets you target Glacier anywhere. Then this idol has a purpose. It would synergize well with an ability like that, and it only takes up one idle slot. In that sense, it's a very good deal. It seems, however, that in most cases this idol simply isn't worth it, especially not for endgame characters. We continue with Renegade's Will, a one-handed mace for the Sentinel giving +3 to Vengeance, a 47% more damage multiplier against bosses and rares, which is a load of damage, 36% increased attack speed, which is a load of damage, and some attributes and movement speed. The base damage on this unique still isn't amazing, but that can be fixed by turning it into a legendary item. Any additional base damage you get on this item is going to skyrocket the total damage output due to the more modifiers on this item and plenty of more modifiers in the Vengeance skill tree. And the final item, Shadow String. I love the art style, it reminds me a lot of conjured items in Skyrim. Apart from that, this is a bit of a weird one, I feel. It is a leveling unique once more with basically no damage, a bit of ward generation, and that's it. I have no idea why you would ever equip this item, but I might be missing something. Maybe you could trigger Jade Arrows with Shift and play some sort of poison build, but there are way better bows for that. And rogues with ward, it just doesn't really synergize either. Maybe in time this item makes more sense. Not every unique has to have an immediate purpose, I feel. Maybe the Falconeer has a use for this, as the falcon will do damage and your bow damage itself doesn't matter that much. We will see. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this small little video. If you did, consider subscribing for more Last Epoch content. Thanks for watching and making it to the end. Love you all. See you soon. Bye bye.